we are not meant to do most things by ourselves. I'm not a biologist, not a scientist. I'm not gonna sit here and give you like facts about how humans have been doing things together for years, but I have memories of being at the museum and reading in the Natural History Museum in New York, and the section with like the evolution. And there's a line in there about how humans are much more successful and survive longer when they are together. Humans alone do not survive. They're not as successful. And again, I'm not gonna sit here with like data and facts to back this up, but over the last however many years I've been setting goals, I have come to learn that we aren't meant to do this alone. We are not meant to set and achieve goals by ourselves. So I wanted to make a video talking about the different ways that you can lean on others to help you achieve your goals. And I know it can be scary. I am gonna give you some options, and there might be some scenarios that you're like, no way, Laken, I could never do that, and that's fine. Maybe not every option is for you. And there might be some scenarios that just light bulb and you're like, that will work for me and I wanna try that. Because just doing it by yourself may work for some goals, may work for some people. But if there are some goals that you've been struggling with, maybe this is your answer. So let's talk about the 5 different types of people, groups of people, etc., that can help you achieve your goals. So the first one is your friends and family, the people that you see on a regular basis. So anybody that you live with falls into this category. Any friends that you see often, coworkers that you see on a regular basis. I always forget about that one because I don't have coworkers anymore, but coworkers, people that you see on a regular basis. This category is the most accessible because it's people that you already see and talk to regularly, but could also maybe be the scariest because you're afraid to tell them about your goals. I have been there. I still am there sometimes. There will be times that I will talk about a goal and my husband will be like, you tell your YouTube channel more about your goals than you tell me. And that's true sometimes. Sometimes you know more about my goals than he does. So I get it. I understand that telling your friends and family can be scary. But again, they not only see you the most often, but they know you the best. So even though it might be a little bit scary, it can absolutely be worth it. Some suggestions or ideas when it comes to leaning on your friends and family when you're working on your goals. Number 1 is, do you know somebody in your life that's also working on this goal, right? Maybe there's somebody else who's on a health journey. Maybe there's somebody else who has a small business. I guarantee you that there is somebody in your life that has a similar goal to yours that you could talk to and get on the same page and lean on each other. Another great, at least for me, when it comes to friends and family, is I am always very clear with them when I bring up my goals, whether I'm actually looking for advice and like detailed support, or am I just looking for a pep talk? Am I just looking for them to tell me, you've got this, you're awesome, I believe in you? Because sometimes that's all you need, right? Sometimes you just need someone to tell you that you can do it and you don't need like the nitty gritty, the breaking down of goals or whatever it is. Sometimes what happens is we don't feel like our friends and family can support us because we haven't told them how to best support us. I know I struggle with this too. I feel like I'm talking to myself in this section. The other ones I feel like I've got down, but this one I'm like, yeah, I'm not the best at it either. I'm not sitting here telling you that I'm perfect, but I'm sharing with you that I know when I have done it in the past, I know how beneficial it is. And so if you can, be really clear with them on how they can support you through your goals, because you don't want it to come across as nagging or a negative way that's gonna impact your relationship. But you know that if you told your spouse, hey, I don't wanna hit the snooze button, even just the act of telling them might keep you from hitting the snooze button. For example, I have gotten into a bad habit of scrolling on my phone both at night and in the morning when my alarm goes off. And that is not how I want to be. I mean, it's not how I want to spend my evening time, but it's definitely not how I want to spend my morning time. Thankfully, I broke up with the snooze button years ago with the help of my husband, who was at the time my boyfriend. And so earlier this week, I said, hey, I don't want to scroll in the morning on my phone. And so I'm going to have my phone sleep in a different room. And that means I'm going to use the actual alarm clock on the side of the bed, which means it might, like it's also a sound machine. So the sound machine is going to turn off. And so it might wake you up. Is that okay? And I guess this isn't necessarily leaning on him so much as like telling him like, hey, this is going to impact you, but this is going to help hold me accountable. And of course he was completely supportive and was like, yeah, that sounds good. Like just as soon as it goes off, turn it off and you tap it again and turn the sound machine back on. I was like, okay, I can do that. And so now this week I've been doing that and getting right out of bed to go get my phone from the bathroom and not scrolling in the morning, which has absolutely been working. And it was something I held off on because I was afraid to tell him about this goal. First off, I knew it was going to impact him, but also I think sometimes we're afraid to tell them because it means that we're not good at something and we need help, we need support, we're failing, whatever it is. And guess what? He still loves me. He didn't sit there and be like, oh, you suck for scrolling in the morning. Like, no. So if you are in a similar situation or you have a friend or a family member that you want to share a goal with, do it. Tell them how they can support you, or even just telling them is how they can support you. Whether you want a pep talk and you want to be reminded of something, that is a great resource that I think a lot of us are too scared to tap into, but absolutely is beneficial. Okay, I need to not spend this long on every category. We're gonna be here for the entire rest of the day. Okay, number 2 is a community. And this could be either an online community or an in-person community. So for example, I joined a mom's group right after I had my daughter, right? Maybe you join a book club. Maybe you join a knitting group. Maybe you join a running club, right? Finding a community that's going to help you make progress on your goals. And if you don't have an option to do it in your, like in a physical going in person place, online communities are options too. That is one of the benefits of the internet. There are so many choices for online communities. If you want to be an author, I highly recommend Sarah Cannon's Heart Breathings community. That is a fantastic place to go and have community support for your writing goals. There are Facebook groups for what I feel like are every goal on the planet. There are so many choices. And once again, just like the first category, I know it can be scary, right? But the benefit of this is that you are joining something for your specific goal, and you know that they are going to be in the same mindset, in the same headspace, focusing on their goals too. The other option, of course, I couldn't talk about this category and not talk about our community. So if you are looking for a general goal setting community, the Goals with Laken community is almost 5 years old. I cannot believe we're about to celebrate 5 years. We're actually having a birthday party this summer if you want to come. I will leave that information. That's not the point of this video. But the Goals with Laken community is just that. It's a community focused on helping you achieve your goals. There are lots of different resources within that community, but it is not about a specific goal. So it is just about goals in general. We do have some group chats that are geared towards specific goals, but for the most part, our community is just about goals in general. And it's an online community, so you can live wherever. But there are so many choices to have a community of support when it comes to achieving your individual goals. Now, maybe you are not a big group person, right? Maybe you are an individual one-on-one person. So I'm going to talk about a couple of options for that individual one-on-one support. Number 1 is like an expert or a mentor. So for some of us, we really need somebody to guide us, somebody to tell us, here's exactly what to do. Here's the homework that you need to accomplish. Here's what you need to track and write down. Sometimes it's just at the beginning to like kickstart that momentum. Sometimes it's because we need that actual expertise, right? I go see a pelvic floor therapist because I need somebody with the expertise to tell me what exactly I need to do to improve the issue that I'm having. Sometimes you just need somebody who's been there before. You need somebody who has done something that you want to accomplish to teach you exactly how to do it. You can achieve anything, okay? I truly believe that. You can achieve anything you set your mind to. But sometimes reaching out for an expert or a mentor for a specific goal is going to help you get there a little bit faster. It's going to help you make sure you're taking the steps in the right direction, hold you accountable a little bit extra, and make sure that you're accomplishing exactly what you set out to accomplish. Most of the time, that expert-mentor relationship is pricey. That is a pricey option for most people. Getting a personal trainer or a nutritionist, working with a professional business coach, whatever it is. So another option, if you want that more one-on-one support, is an accountability buddy. And I know that this sounds so cheesy, or like, yeah, that sounds great, but it's so hard to execute. I thought the same. I always thought, because I'm not necessarily a one-on-one kind of person. I am definitely more of a group setting kind of person, community-based person. And so I thought that pairing people off one-on-one would not be as beneficial. And then I kept getting requests within the Goals with Laken community. People kept saying, I want like a buddy. I want like my one person. I was like, okay, we're gonna make this happen. So I started the Accountability Buddy program, and it's on a recurring basis. Once a month, you get the option to either get a new buddy or to keep your current buddy, or you can take the month off. Like if you know it's going to be a busy month, then you can take this month off from the program and jump back in when you're ready. But it allows people to have that one person that is their accountability buddy, somebody that they can go to when they need to celebrate, somebody they can go to when they need to vent, somebody they can go to when they need that extra push, somebody that they check in with when they need an extra accountability check-in, right? The beautiful thing about finding another accountability buddy is it allows you to personalize the support that you need, right? When you're in a community, the support that community might provide might be exactly what you need and it works perfectly, or it might be not what you need and so that community doesn't support you at all. And so when you have one person is your buddy, you can be like, this is what I need. This is exactly what I need, and they can give that to you. And I just watched some of these accountability buddy partnerships flourish over the last couple of months, and some people just absolutely crush their goals. It's amazing. So if that is something that you've been wanting, we have that now within the Goals with Laken community. If that is not within your budget to join right now, there are also other ways you can find accountability buddies through some of those Facebook groups that I mentioned, right? Join one of the Facebook groups and then post in there, hey, I would love more one-on-one. Does anyone want a buddy? I see those posts all the time in the Facebook groups, especially like in the Peloton ones. People are always looking for accountability buddies in those groups. Or go back to that friends and family pool, right? Instead of it being like that just kind of pump up pep talk relationship with a friend, maybe you have a friend that is an accountability buddy for a specific goal, right? Maybe you know somebody who's also working on their goals. We have a mother-daughter pair in the community, which makes me so happy. I love hearing from them. And I love hearing when their lives overlap on things, when their goals overlap on things, but that they are like the perfect accountability. Now they're community members too, but they have each other outside of that as well. But in general, accountability buddies are a fantastic option to help you achieve your goals. And the last way for you to lean on people, some of you are gonna like click out and be like, I'm done. Thank you for being here, if that's you, is sharing your goals online. I know it's scary. This one might be the scariest for some of you. But like I said earlier, for me, I actually think it's easier than sometimes telling my in real life friends and family. I scrolled back recently. I started sharing my goals on the internet in 2019. We have passed 6 years of me sharing my goal action steps with you. And that helped me so much in a couple of ways. Number one, talking about my goals makes a big difference for me. And I could sit here and talk to myself. I mean, I could face the mirror, right? And talk to myself about my goals, but I think I wouldn't get the same things out of it. But by sitting here and telling you about my action steps and what worked and what didn't work, I get so much out of my goals. I learned so much about myself, my goals, and my action steps. It is so beneficial. It also adds a layer of accountability. It allows me to know, hey, you need to check in with your goals, even if that's not checking them off. You guys know I'm not perfect. I'm not checking everything off, but it keeps me updating this page because I'm going to talk to you about it. I'm going to tell you that, literally from day one, sharing my goals online has made a huge difference in my goal progress. So I know that might be a little bit scary, but if you have needed someone to give you that little nudge, pushing you out of the nest, do it. There's a member of our community who started an anonymous Instagram. She was like, I want to share my goals online, but I don't want people to know it's me. I don't want people in my real life to figure it out. I want it to be anonymous. Awesome. It doesn't have to be a YouTube video where you're talking. It could be an Instagram where she just posts on her Instagram what her progress is and how her goals are going. She started it during our last 100 days challenge last year. And I love that. So if you have maybe considered an Instagram, YouTube channel where you talk about your goals, I would encourage that because it is definitely one of the options that you can use other people to help you achieve your goals. If you have a goal-related Instagram or YouTube channel, comment down below. I want to hear about it. And if you made it all the way to the end, comment below with just a person emoji, one of the little people emojis, since this video is all about people. And that is going to be it. If you like this video, if you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every week focused on helping you achieve your goals. Thank you so much for watching. Let me say that differently. And like, but this is, it is not there. How do I want to say this?